Natasha, I'm excited to get into it with you. I'm shocked that we haven't done a lounge yet because you're just like on fire. So I've primed our audience on a little bit of your background, but I really think they would benefit from just hearing your story from
Okay.
going to kind of from going from corporate to being basically an entrepreneur and then becoming an entrepreneur who really helps other entrepreneurs. Really would love to help share that story with folks.
Sure. I get chills every time, even I hear it from myself. And I'm like, is that me? Girl, is that you? That's not you. It's like, so yeah, I come from the automotive industry, 13 years doing everything from the ground up. I started in high school answering the phones. I started supporting the general managers, business development, HR, operations, business, you name it, I did it. Sales, and then I end up going into aftermarket sales, and then ended in finance. And I was looking around, and I was like, okay, well, who else's job do I want to do in here? You know, I've done all of them. And I didn't want to be a general manager of a store. I was just like, no, he's way too stressed out. So I was like, you know what, guys, I think this is it. I was really in amazing stores. I worked with brands like Bentley, Mercedes, Lexus, even Honda, Toyota, Ford. So I've really been in all walks of life when it comes to automotive. And literally, I was just in the dealership one day, and I was like, you know what, I think this is my time. I think this is going to be it. And my coworker's like, shut the heck up. Like, you've been in here forever. Like, you're one of the ancient ones. And I was like, no, I think we're going to call this a wrap. And so I didn't have a plan. I was living in DC in the area. It was super cold. So I think just like I was over it at that point. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to go off to the sun. I'm going to go to Miami and do me. And they were like, okay, well, do you have a job? Do you have a place? I was like, nope, I don't have any of that, but it's fine. I got God. We're good. And so I go down with Renzo and Ruby, my two dogs. I have a pug and a French bulldog. And we go and live our best life on the beach.
Wow.
And I was like, you know what? This is what I want my life to be like. At that time, I wasn't married. I didn't have any kids. So I was like, I just want to live the good life on the beach. Like, how can I keep doing this? You know, the dealership had caught me captive for 12 hours a day, a beautiful environment, but you got to be in there all day. So after, I don't know, like about 5 months of just chilling out, I was like, you know what? I think I should actually do something with myself. Like, I think I need to get like something going on. So I was like, what is it? What is it that I like to do? And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to give people the lifestyle that I lived. I was working all day. I had Renzo and Ruby. I had dog walkers come in all the time. So I knew the earning potential. I had my own guy that would come in like twice a day, like Rastafarian type vibe, like, hey, I'm just here for the dogs, what's up? And my dogs loved him. I didn't even know the guy, never saw a picture, never got a report, never got an update. I saw him on the elevator one day in my building, and the dogs went nuts, and I was like, who the hell is this guy? And it was their walker. So
Wow.
I said, you know what, I'm going to take my professional background, my experience, my love of people, you know, just wanting that, like, that wow factor, you know, when you're spending your money. I was like, I'm going to roll that out in the dog industry, and we're going to kill it. And mind you, I've always lived in luxury apartments. That's my whole jam. You know, I find a building, I go in, I don't want to do maintenance. I'm like, those are my people who live there. So I said, that's going to be my avatar. Me. I know my avatar. So I went in, I landed contracts with the buildings, the property managers, and then the rest was history. And so I had ended up traveling with my family, went to 15 countries in 2019. I was like, great, we fully scaled the business. I was really not doing anything. And we were on autopilot, smooth sailing, chilling out. Next thing you know, 2020, we get COVID. So I was like, God dang it, COVID, you little thing. But before this, even before this, I was in a bunch of Facebook groups, and I would just give free value, right? It was like, I'm not a coach. I'll just give you guys all the information. This is the stuff that I do every single day. Sure. If you have questions, call me, no problem. So I was giving free value all day long. And then even some of the coaches I was following, I did not do their style. I was like, whoa, you're taking them into like the hard knock life. So I'm like, that is not going to be scalable, but who am I to say I'm living my life over here? If they want tips, just call me, you know, like very casual. So I did that for like maybe 5, 6 people, just like nothing serious. And then once COVID hit, I was like, dang, well, I'm pregnant, I'm in the house, I got nothing to do. Why not coach people? So you know me, I go big or go home. So I did the summit last year and I was like, all right, well, if we're doing this, we're doing this. Let's get everybody in the house. Let's get all my people. Let's get PocketSuite because you know they need that app. Let's get all my insurance people. Let's get our trademark people and let's rock it. And so we did. And I created my high ticket program, which is automated CEO, which I wanted to do it completely separate. I wanted a high touch experience where they came in for 12 months. You know, I did a couple online course styles for 8 weeks and it gave people enough, but they always wanted more, right? It was like, okay, well, you gave me all this for 8 weeks, but like, now what else? So I said, okay, let's keep them on for a year. Let's bring some coaches in. So I got a sales coach with me. I got an HR coach with me. And I'm loving it. It's good. It's really, really good. Our dog walking has been running on its own, but I kind of even took a pivot in that step. I talked to all my walkers and I was like, hey, do you guys want to run this on your own? Do you want to take it over? I was already giving them 75% margin at COVID because that's my baby and I wanted to make sure they were okay. Yeah. So I said, listen, you guys take 75, do whatever you need to do, and like, we'll just ride the wave. And they were like, you know what, I'm happy to pivot with you. So I've always wanted to do dog athleisure brand. I had already been selling things online. We've already had our subscription boxes. So I said, you know what, I'm going all the way online. Okay, COVID wants me online. Let's go online. So we start rolling out our brand of athleisure and our online training course. And I'm also doing that business that's going to be turning into a dog media brand. So we'll eventually start selling ads on it and just bringing people in from all walks of life, learning about dog-friendly hotels and airlines and restaurants and bars, you know, but not just in one centralized location, still having my original vision of wanting to expand dog walking to every single territory nationwide, but now we'll be taking it via media. So we're working on that now, which is super excited. And then every one of my clients that come in automated CEO, they all have a big dream and a big vision. And I'm like, I can just help you scale. Like, I know how to get you out of the business. That is my specialty. So we're doing that now.
So I actually knew just only a fraction of what you have, like what you're currently up to. Every time we talk, you're expanding because there's so much demand and you have so much skill and talent to be able to fill that demand. So I'm blown away as always, Natasha. You know, we spend a lot of time in the lounge talking about how people got their start, but you're in a sort of a different part of me. You're really in helping people. You're really focused on helping people take things to the next level. Can you just share for folks who are running businesses, can you share when folks should be thinking about taking things to the next level? For some, it's too early, right? They're still trying to get their proof of concept. They're still trying to get their sort of approach down. When do you know that it's time to start scaling? Because you've got something that really works.
Well, I reverse engineer everything. So I always coach to start with the end in mind. Because, you know, you can hear me right now with all these things that I like to do, but all these things that I'm mentioning are all passion products of mine. They've always been passion products of mine. When I was only at dog walking, I already knew I was going to be doing all these things down the road. They were already by design. You know, I teach to start the GPS. Okay. So you get in the car, the GPS is not like, let me just get to Kansas City and then skip over, right? It's like, no, you got to put the coordinates in so we know the destination. And so to scale is day one. It is literally day one, because what happens so often is you get to burnout. You're like, you know what? I just need to make money. I just have to find clients right now. That's all I'm focusing on. But you don't realize when you put your process together, when you put your systems together, that's actually when you make the most money because you can duplicate it and you can keep it going. But I think many of us learn the employee way, right? We've been in school for 18 years. They tell us to, you know, stay the hours, put in the time, and get a good job, and then see where it goes, right? You got to have this stack of money first before you can start, you know, puppeteering things. And that's the quickest way to burn yourself down. Because they brought me grooming to me. Hey, Natasha, I think we should do grooming. I'm like, that's not in the play. Hey, Natasha, we should do doggy daycare. That's not in the play. But they're all amazing business models and they would make sense, right? But it was not on my coordinates. And you just kind of wake up. I mean, this happens too mostly in entrepreneurship, is you're not sure what's even happening in your day to day. Like today I wake up, I knew at 10:30 I was talking to Chinwei. Most entrepreneurs do not know what they're doing every single hour of the day, so they're not really sure how to be productive or even what they do. I say, okay, you want to go live in Bali. You told me that was your dream, to go live in Bali. You want your business to run on its own and you want to be hanging out. Okay, so tell me what it is you do every day. They're like, well, I usually start and then and I'm like, okay, so what do you do every day? How many clients do you talk to? What's your KPI? Like what happens on a day to day? And usually people don't know those numbers. And again, it's not saying it's an ignorance. It's saying that we're not entrepreneurs. Nobody said, hey girl, you're an entrepreneur today. I've
Right.
only learned this stuff as going through businesses and seeing it as an employee and kind of understanding how the structure is. But we got to know what we're doing every single day. And that's how you scale, because you can't duplicate what you don't really know you're doing. Like, oh, well, sometimes a client calls me at 1, and depending if I have a client from 1 to 2, and then sometimes I have a break at 5, and then depending on how that goes, then maybe I can work on the business, but I'm usually working in the business. You know how it goes.
Yeah.
That's how it goes. And then you look up and it's been 10 years, and that's always how it went. And that's what I try to prevent.
Well, so Natasha, you often, first of all, I appreciate this like counterintuitive, like you're scaling from day one mindset.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. You're somebody who is working on a part of the business that most people don't know they're going to have to work on when they go into business, right? They're like, I really love
Yeah.
dogs and I'm going to work with dogs and maybe pet parents as well, but they're not thinking about like the funnel of clients they
Yeah.
talk to every day. So how do you get people to shift their mindset to recognize the two aspects of the business world that they're working in? Because and can you share a little bit about how you think about the funnel that most
Yeah.
businesses work in order to sell and grow?
Oh my goodness. The funnel is so important because it's an open mouth. Okay. So that's what happens with the funnel. We keep the mouth open and then everything's coming in, and then there's a bottleneck happening in the funnel when we don't really know where to flow things out. And I talk about it like a machine or an automobile, right? The gas has got to come in, things are got to go through the pipes, and it's got to work, and the machine's got to go round and round. So as far as how I do it is I think about what is it that I want my life to look like? Okay. That's what I do from day one. What is it that I really want my life to look like? When I'm talking to clients, I try to do, and especially, and I service all industries, by the way. I don't just do pets. I do all
Right.
service-based and product-based. So when I'm talking to any clients, we come from a very emotional brand. It's very emotion driven with pets and animals and people's houses. It's very emotional. But I teach to go mathematical. I say, try to keep it in the math. Try to keep it in the math and keep it in the process, because when you have outlined, well, what is it we do now? Okay, so we get a contract. Okay, we have a contract. Okay, well, now what do we do with this contract? Okay, well, who gets the paperwork? When do we send it out? And PocketSuite has been such a huge instrument for me in doing this, because it's all there. I can literally sit there, laugh, have wine, a good time. Here, tip, here's a text, here's a contract, bada boom, bada bam, let's go. So for me, you guys has been like pivotal in making this happen. But yeah, you get your client, and then what do you do with them? You got to use your software to take them through the funnel. You got to take them through the stream. You got to be transparent. They know what's going to happen, what's coming next, and utilizing that service agreement to its full potential. That's a miss mark that I don't see when someone's like, well, they just asked me this. Well, what do I say? Well, now they're saying this. Well, now they want this. Well, what do I say? And I said, well, what does your service agreement say? And they're like, I don't know. I never put it in there before. And I said, well, then that's fine. We just have to put it in there today.
Right.
And then if somebody asks us tomorrow, it's in there.
It's in there.
And that's how we work by 12 months. Because I'm like, usually in 6 months, we have duplicated what's going to happen over and over and over. And so we now know we know where to go. So when things are coming in the funnel, okay, they're in. What do we need? We need pre-qualifications. We need service agreements. We need appointments. Okay, that's the start of it. That's your onboarding, as we may say. Okay, now when they onboard, now who do they go to? All right, well, this person is designed to take on clients from the beginning phases. That's their expertise.
Yeah.
And then when they're done with them, they come over here. It's however you want to structure it. Luckily for us in dog walking, it was very automated. Like as soon as they came in pre-qualified, I would be literally sleeping, Chinwei, wake up and have 7 appointments. And then the walkers would be already outside doing it. And I'm like,
Wow.
okay, that's how we design the funnel.
Well, just take us through it, because Natasha, to many people listening, this is like a dream. Like the notion of clients just coming in through the woodwork and like the system just kind of helping them actually figure out where they're going to go and who's going to help them, and then actually having the service being done. That's just like, it's really tough for people who are, and you know this, people who have been doing it manually for so long,
Yeah.
right? They don't actually have a sense of another way. So
Yeah.
can you take someone through it, someone who's not used to having clients who are just at the top of the funnel waiting to, you know, to get in, and people
Okay.
who are juggling a lot right now? How does it actually work? And just pick any industry just as an example.
Yeah, I'll just use ours. I'll just use the dog industry. And it's the same. Guys, literally all the principles are the same in the industry. So first is lead generation. Number one, where do we even get leads? How do we get seen? So make sure your brand is on par. Okay. Make sure you know who you're talking to, your avatar. I service very particular urban-based parents. I'm not in the rural, I'm not in the suburbs. I am urban-based people. So I already know who my people are. So now when I'm writing blogs, now when we're using Pinterest, now when we're using SEO on Google, I know where to find these people. They're not like, hey, Natasha, throw the fishnet out. Okay. No. My people are hanging right here. Okay. So you want to find out where your people are hanging. If you're, even if you're a hairstylist and you have a very territory base, you want to make sure your address is pinging on Google. You want to use their algorithm to be seen. That's number one in the funnel, is how to be findable. So
Natasha,
Google paying for ads.
I have
Yes.
a there. So how much of it is online? How much of it is offline? I've heard you talk about going to large apartment buildings, working something out with the apartment managers. I've heard beauty professionals say they put flyers on people's cars in parking lots. Like,
Yeah.
how much of it is online? How much is offline on the lead gen side?
So it could be 1000% online. The whole thing could be done online. You see how I act. I like to get in your face. I'm like, hey, let's have a hug. I like people. I really like connection. So I will talk online. I will go in the DM on Instagram. Instagram is a huge source, guys. Follow those hashtags, find your people, collaborate with other businesses in your area. We all share, right? That's how you find your customers. You can do the whole thing online. With apartment buildings, if you guys have the same avatar as me, you literally can find them on Instagram. Hey, I noticed you guys are in our service area. I noticed you guys are dog friendly, but I'm noticing I'm not seeing anything super dog friendly. Listen, that's what I do. Okay. That's what I do, right? You come in and you say, I will go ahead and take care of your events. So clients really know that this is a dog friendly community. I'll host yappy hours for you. I'll do barn sips. We'll do dog painting. We'll do bed and biscuits in the morning on Saturday. And so they cannot forget about us, because I'm all in there and I'm all over it.
You go to the wall, Natasha. Love it.
So much. I love it because it's events. Because remember, guys, we're creating community. So if you're not creating community, that's really how you're going to have a legacy brand. You can do the short-term things, but you want to create a community so you can have the legacy. And then if you want to pivot like us, you still have the connections. You still have the resources. You never lose them because you have the community first. So yeah, just go in and don't be shy. There's no script to it. Hey, listen, I'm a hairstylist. I'm a yoga instructor. I do real estate. Your clients may be transitioning. I have a local bar in the area. Listen, your clients would benefit from this. Let's keep the action going. Let's cater to your audience and give them the wow factor and let them know that, hey, when they live at Camden, when they live at Greystar, it's a one-stop shop and they really understand what their people are looking for. And so when it comes to the pets, I roll it out. I got the flyers ready. I don't wait. I got my digital flyer ready. It's in the DM. Instagram has close friends. So you can put all your people that you're talking to in close friends. So they're getting all your marketing all the time. You don't have to spam your stories. You put them all in close friends and spam the close friends. But anyhow, and then Google. I love Google. It's either organic method. So if you want to go in, footwork, and you want to talk to people and say, hey, can I get a meeting? Get through the gatekeeper. I do a lot of that coaching, how to get through the gatekeeper. You can do it that way, but you can also pay to play. This is America, guys. We know what it is. Pay for ads. Put the money out there. Hey, we just made this much money. 10% is going to ads, period. because that's what's going to keep the machine whoosh, 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 right? Think of that boat. You need something to push it, and that's going to be the ads. And that's how I'm able to sleep, because I know my ads are flowing. And I know that once they get in, they're going to click on PocketSuite. PocketSuite's going to give them the contract. They're going to ask them for everything I need to know. I don't need to, guys. I used to come in with a clipboard. And don't think I'm like Miss America, girl. I'm not. I used to come in with a clipboard, and I'm like, okay, so what's your pet's name exactly? All right, what would you like us to do today? All right, well, where should I find this? And that was like a 45-minute process. I'm like, how can I scale this? I say the same thing to every single client. I know what I need. Okay, I made a pre-qualifier in PocketSuite, and now they go in, they answer their questions. I can say, oh, that's our client, or listen, there was a question you answered on line 9. Can I get a little more clarity? So one of our questions is, has your dog ever bit somebody before? Hey, I noticed you answered yes on line 9. Can I get clarity on that? Oh, well, unfortunately, we work as a team. We wouldn't want to put your dog in a stressful environment. So unfortunately, we're not going to be able to service you. Okay, no meet and greet necessary, no further action in the funnel. It just slid off, right? So you got to put your pre-qualifiers in there so you're saving time. All this is automation. I mean, you guys have the best platform in the world with PocketSuite. I can sing them to the death of me, because I used to sling leashes, guys, and walk 4 dogs at a time outside in the city. And then my phone's like, bing, 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 going off. And then I got emails going off, and they're like, well, I need this, and I need this. And I'm like, okay, when I'm done walking these dogs, then I'll call you back, and then I'll email you back. And it's like, okay, are you in business or you're not in business? And I was like, man, all this can get funneled. All this can get funneled. So, Chinwei, I go into PocketSuite and I create all the forms. You guys didn't have a credit card form. I create my own credit card form. I got my own form in the background. I got my own credit card contract. It's all in there for you to go wild, guys. I manage my staff in there. I do employee warning notices in there, right? Like, people are like, you write your team up in PocketSuite? Yes, I do. If we have infractions, I can do a form. There's like, and I'm only saying this because it's endless. Yeah. I notice people don't use the group chat enough. My whole team nationwide can all chit chat and piggyback and talk about the same thing right in PocketSuite under a group chat. Make a group chat for your team. Make it fun. Make it a family. And so now they never call Natasha. Why? Because they got the whole group chat to talk to first. That's part of the funnel. So you got your lead ascension funnel, and then you got your staff funnel. So there's a whole lot of funnels. hopefully that helps. No, it more than helps. Natasha, I have an idea, because so many people are joining and listening in, and I just feel like you're a treasure trove of information. I'd like to do a weekly, if you have the time, and I know you don't, but I'd like to do I give it, girl. You're my girl. I owe you a week at least. You see my life? I have 2 children. I have 4 dogs in PocketSuite. You have 4 dogs now. Oh my God. 4 dogs now, and they have allowed me. Thank God for automation. Thank God that they were in the lab, guys, and they were figuring this out, because this is not my specialty. I'd be like, coding? You caught me there. Everyone asks me, they're like, do you have your own app? I'm like, basically, kind of. No, it's Natasha called PocketSuite. That's what folks don't know. Natasha has her own apps. Ping her, ask her to DM you a link to her app. She has her own branded app with all of the forms that she's talking about, all of the contracts. She's got all the defaults. You tell her what industry you're in, and she'll get you set up on your own app. I am. It's just amazing with business. It's like, if you've scaled one business, it's the same principles. It's the same principles. But I really love it, because I'm like, I know all these hopefuls. Like, I was like me, like, I just want to quit my job. I just want to quit my job. I want to live life. I want to be free. And then everybody says it's business, right? Yeah. And then you get in it, and then you're working 24/7. I'm like, this was a lie. Yeah. They lied to us. Yeah. But they forgot to mention, hey, listen, your job, they made that system and structure for you. So now you're the job. You got to make the system and structure. No, you're totally right. Totally right. You don't want to you want your business working for you. You don't want to be working for you. And that's the shift people need to make. Natasha, I want to do each industry once a week. Let's pick an industry, and let's go deep on automation for that industry, so folks can know how to get there, and also folks can reach out to you for additional help if they want to do a deeper dive on their specific business use case.
People want to know this. The webinars that are happening now on automation are endless. People want to get into it, and you're a guru. You're one of the best.
Oh yeah, and I know there's a bunch of fitness instructors we have on the platform too. Oh, I love fitness. Guys, I just created a bra with the dogs.
What's the, oh my God.
This is our dog athleisure brand. I told you it's a sports bra, and it's Renzo Ruby. So fitness people, I got your back.
I love it. Natasha, we're gonna go into the personal sort of quick answer part of our session. We want to know all about you and your sort of life. You're an open book already, but we want to drill into what you do for fun. So, what are you streaming on Netflix, YouTube, wherever you stream? What's your favorite thing right now?
I haven't hit multimillionaire with my next business, so I don't watch TV. I promise, guys, I'm not that girl, but I don't watch TV. I don't. I'm like, I got.
No, you don't have anything. Okay, all right. Well, that's something we should all be.
But when I was watching TV, because my husband watches TV, and I'm like, you didn't hit your goals. You shouldn't be watching TV, okay? But we do like The Shy, and we do like Power.
Awesome. Okay, Shy and Power. All right. Where do you go to vacation besides Miami? Where are you going to vacation? What's your favorite vacation spot?
My hot spot is Mexico.
Mexico where?
Can do no wrong. I love it in Cabo.
I
love it. They can do no wrong. I'm in Texas, so it's a quick hop across and come back for the weekend like I never left. So that's my go-to spot.
The next PocketSuite on-site's in Cabo, so hopefully you can come out and give a shout out for.
I'm in there. I am in there. It is a hop skip, but we went to Greece in 2019, and that was just phenomenal.
Where's the Santorini? Where'd you go? Mykonos?
Santorini. Yeah, we went to Santorini. Beautiful. We did like the Greek island cruise, and that was a dream. That was a dream.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. And then what are your words to live by? Famous quote.
Words to live by is live in the seasons. When you have failure, that was a season. You got to live from it. When you have success, that was a freaking season. Live in the seasons, take it for what it is, and keep it rocking. Because you know what? When God creates storms, it's because something amazing is right behind it.
Awesome. That's awesome. All right, what can we get excited about? What's coming that we can cheer you on, and where should we be looking to cheer you on?
You guys can cheer me on every day on my Instagram. Follow me over at Natasha, because you never know where I might pivot. Follow me at Natasha O'Banion. Go ahead and click that little triangle up top with me and Chenwei and hit follow. Share with 10 friends because, hey, it's a community. And slide into my DMs. I am super personable. If I send you a video, don't get intimidated because that's how I roll. But let's just talk. Let's just talk. I mean, I swear, Chenwei, my biggest mistake was not getting in rooms earlier, not picking people's brains. You know, obviously everybody has their thing, but not asking questions earlier, not just being like, hey, listen, you've done that? Well, tell me the tricks. Because I want to skip this pain part really quick. Just get me over there. And people have already been there, done that. And so just get in the room with them and save the drama, right?
Natasha, it's always a pleasure. We're going to set up some time next week to go deep on. We'll pick a vertical, fitness, beauty. We'll let you guys know, and so you guys can sit in. This has been always a learning experience for me. Thank you, Natasha.
Thank you. You're my family. I got you anytime. Thank you guys for listening to us, and I hope you found value. And until next time.
Enjoy the rest of your day.
Thanks, you too.
Bye. Bye.